I'm Madis. I'm a PhD student of power engineering, and I have this team of PhDs and software architects who have formerly built software solutions that Estonia's national power grid is using today. And the current problem that we are tackling is how to pay less for electricity. Currently, industries have two options. They either consume less electricity or buy new energy-efficient machinery. We have a third solution. A new innovative cloud-based service to where everyone, eventually even homeowners, can connect their electrical devices, and by doing so we can decrease their electricity bills on average 20%. How are we doing it? Well, you see, around the world we have these electricity markets where the prices are known 24 hours ahead. In every hour we have a different price, and within a day the prices can fluctuate remarkably. Now what we do is that on certain electrical devices we can shift the time that electricity is consumed to the most optimum time period possible. And this is our solution. The market for this is huge. Our first aim will be Northern Europe, where out of the 16 billion every year spent on electricity, we can load shift up to 70 million euros per year. That will be our aim market. We learned about this Mektory Business Model Competition from our teammate who goes to Tallinn University of Technology, and he saw a poster about this, and that's where we learned from this. The competition went very good for us because we won the first place, and the grand prize was a trip to Silicon Valley. At Silicon Valley I learned a lot. Most of all, how is business done outside of Estonia? How is it done in the US, in Silicon Valley, which is the holy grail of startups. I would say that the most interesting piece of information that I learned at Silicon Valley is that when talking to Americans, at least for the first time, you always have to start with small talk, because they're not like Estonians, and you need to connect with them before you start pitching your idea or going straight to the point. So anyone, if anyone goes to Silicon Valley, definitely first small talk and then business. When I was at Silicon Valley, I had a lot of interesting meetings. However, I would like to point out two of them. First was a VC, Mark Ivanovsky, to whom I could perform my elevator pitch for the first time, a real investor. And he gave me a lot of valuable feedback, especially because he knew a lot about the local electricity markets, and thus was the right man to talk to. Second very interesting meeting I had with Michael Baum and his crew, who is founder of founder.org, and with the head of the program, Kevin. We had a lot of interesting talks about our startup and their program, and we definitely are thinking about applying to their program. The advice I will give to other startups will be the same advice that I got from Silicon Valley, that you cannot solve all the problems of the world. You need to have a focus, a single problem that you are solving and going on with this thing. Our next plans with Smart Load Solutions will be making this idea into a viable product. Currently we have this idea, prototypes, everything is very cool, but we want to put it on a first client and make money from this. From Tallinn University of Technology, we are looking for bright students to join with our company in changing the world. Although we are currently not actively searching for new people, students can still send their CVs to info@smartloadsolutions.eu, because we are always looking for bright people who could join with our venture. For students from ICT faculty, from power engineering faculty, and from mechanical engineering faculty, we have a lot of problems on which they can write their thesis on. So if anyone's interested, they can surely contact with us. If you are a startup or thinking to build a startup and you go to university, you should definitely check out Mektory.